This is the Health Rebels podcast hosted by me, Steve Hicks. I have over a decade of experience as a personal trainer, and during that time, I have watched the smartest fitness advice fail people because we keep thinking that health and fitness is an individual's problem. The reality is there are forces all around us that are constantly pushing us to a default of being unhealthy and unhappy. To become truly healthy and happy, we have to rebel against those forces. So if you're ready to steal back control over your health and happiness, join me as we strip away the nonsense and show you the simple, healthy habits that will transform you into a health rebel. Let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back, Rebel. Today we are talking about the imbalanced approach to health and fitness. And unfortunately, we're talking about the most common approach to health and fitness. Look, let's be honest, health and fitness is a journey. And how often have we seen people spin their wheels in the mud, busting their rump, but never getting the traction to move towards their goals or move towards a healthier, happier life? Heck, maybe you feel like you often spin your wheels in the mud when you try different workout programs or different diets. It's hard to get momentum when you're stuck in the mud. Slipping on ground that's not solid, spinning the wheels, it's even harder to get momentum when your tire's flat. And most people are driving on their health and fitness journey with flat tires. Now, this is a very common problem I see. And worse yet, it's a problem I contributed to. In episode 2, I highlighted several of my major flaws through my coaching history, and one of them was being imbalanced, was just focusing on workouts and workouts alone. And look, we're going to go more in depth on why that's a problem here soon, but just remember, a singular pursuit is not going to get you the long-term sustainable habits that you need. Look, people are driving with a flat tire when it comes to their health and fitness. And when you drive with a flat tire, everything just starts to feel sluggish. You have reduced control of the vehicle, handling gets rough and dangerous. You're likely to careen out of control and cause an accident. And worse, if you don't cause an accident, you're definitely causing damage to the vehicle. You can damage the rims, the suspension, the brakes, the alignment, the steering system. But analogies aside, how do people get flat tires on their health and fitness journey? And it's by having an imbalanced approach. I like to call it an imbalanced wheel. What people often do is they will take one or two areas of health and they will hammer that area. They'll go all in. Maybe it's workouts. Maybe it's diets. Maybe it's even like motivational tapes, something. They'll go all in on one area. They'll take one component and they'll put all their eggs in that basket. Never put all your eggs in one basket. You know this. But let's be honest. Honestly, unless you get injured, workouts have never been the reason people stop working out. People don't fall off diets because of the diet. There's always something else that creeps up in life that will knock people off or hold back their progress. I mean, let's look at two of the most common examples. My man, Hardcore Harry, right? You know this guy. He's the guy. He goes into the gym. Everyone knows him. He's in there every day. He works harder than anyone else. He's in there daily, about 2 hours, and he leaves with a bucket of sweat. He does CrossFit. You've never seen him do CrossFit, but you don't need to. He told you. He told everyone. In fact, that's all he talks about. It's always about his workout. There he is on Friday night with his friends. Hey bro, I squatted 315 this week. Did 5 sets of 8. That's a huge PR. Look, Hardcore Harry is on fire for exercise and for workouts. But he doesn't focus too much on nutrition. So he's always sore and he's run down. He's pretty low energy, or at least he would be if he wasn't always sucking down a Bang energy drink. He works his tail off, and you know this because he always talks about how sore he is. Oh God, stairs? I did legs 3 days ago. Can we take the elevator? Come on, bro. Hardcore Harry goes super hard on his workouts to let off some steam. You see, he's got a lot of stress at work and at home. He doesn't manage his stress. And that's probably why he spends so much time at the gym. He doesn't want to go home and do more work that he brought home with him, and he doesn't want to avoid talking to his spouse again, so he hides at the gym. And all that stress is messing with his sleep. So he's got troubles focusing at work. Probably why he has so much stress at work, because he's not sleeping. He's tired and moody in the morning with his spouse, which is probably why he has so much stress at home. He's a bit of an asshole. So Hardcore Harry is crushing it at the gym. But without other healthy habits, he's struggling. He's tired. He's on edge. He feels like crap. And finally, man, he's just so damn beat up he can't go to the gym today. Man, he just needs that day off. He just doesn't have it. And one missed day turns into two. And two turns into 2 weeks. And you know how this story ends. Hardcore Harry was a champ in the gym. But outside the gym, he wasn't taking care of himself. He had a flat tire, and it caused him to careen off the edge and eventually stop. And then, of course, there's doing a diet Debbie. We all know doing a diet Debbie, always doing a diet. Oh, she loves this new diet. Woo-hoo-hoo! She's 2 days in, and she is excited. And she feels great. I mean, she probably feels more great because of the excitement than the actual diet. She's low carb, and that's going to kick her ass in a couple weeks. But right now, she's still got some energy reserves. They're just running low. But she feels great. And she comes into your office to tell you about the flavor of the quarter. You know, it seems like she has 2 or 3, maybe 4 different diets she does each year. But this one, this is the one. Trust her. That's what she's saying. She diets. And she diets. And initially things look great. She feels different. She's lost water weight without the carbohydrates. So the scale's being really nice and whispering sweet somethings in her ear. But that's all she's doing. She's just dieting. She's not working out, so her body isn't gaining more physical abilities. In fact, with the diet tapping into her energy reserves, she's slowly going to lose physical ability and get too tired to do stuff. But that's where she's at. And without exercise, she's also not sending any positive signals to her body to make adaptations with all the healthy food she's eating. So she's not getting the most benefit out of her more focused nutrition. And she isn't doing anything to work on her mindset. She's not working on her perspectives around food or her perspective on herself or her health. So she's holding on to a lot of fear and guilt around food. She's not filling herself up with new abilities or new ideas. And without the new abilities, excitement starts to wane really quickly. Without new perspectives, fear is hiding and looming around the corner. And then it happens. Ralph down the hall is retiring, right? And you all celebrate with a retirement party. Good job, Ralph! Thanks for your loyalty to the company. And thanks for these cookies. They're delicious. They're delicious. This cookie is delicious. That's what doing a diet Debbie says as she eats her first one. But now that dam is broke, she realizes how much she loved cookies. It's been a while. How happy cookies make her. Oh, you know what? It's a special occasion. She's going to have 2. 2 more. Was that 3? Was it 4? Who knows? She's lost count. Until later that night. Doing a diet Debbie may have lost count at the party, but her fear around food never did. Oh, she knows how many cookies she ate. Her fear watched from the shadows. And with her waning excitement and her old thoughts about food and her old shame and fear, she's defenseless from the barrage of insults her fear is going to shout at her that night. The shame for eating cookies, the disgust at the lack of self-control, the disappointment that she failed again, the embarrassment of breaking her diet, the self-loathing. So with that, the next great diet dies. And doing a diet Debbie struggles again with her flat tire. These are two of the most common examples, but they're not the only ones. And look, I got good news. You don't need to copy these examples. You don't need to have a flat tire on your journey. There's a smarter, better way to go towards your destination. The reality is there are 6 major components to healthy living. And if you're going to be successful, you have to use all 6 of them. And we're going to go over what those are and why it's best to emphasize all 6 of them in tomorrow's episode when we talk about a balanced health and fitness journey. So until then, Rebel, keep the oath, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Hey, thanks for listening to that episode of the Health Rebels podcast. Before you run off, I want to let you know about a free resource available for you. I do have a free Facebook community where I do daily live chats with other health rebels, provide more information, host group challenges, provide support, and just generally try to put more positivity on your newsfeed instead of the typically toxic political hate that we get surrounded by already. If you're not already in the Health Rebels Training Camp Facebook group, I'll tell you what, I'll sweeten the deal. When you join the Facebook group, I'll send you a free digital copy of my Health Rebels Pocketbook Guide. This little book highlights some of the hidden forces that have conspired against our health and happiness and gives you 2 powerful tools to fight back. You can join the Health Rebels Training Camp group by visiting www.facebook.com/groups/Health Rebels. That's an S after both groups and Health Rebels. Or by checking out the show notes. You can also search on Facebook for Health Rebels Training Camp. I hope to see you inside.